All right, so
Yeah, I'm really thinking
now
that.
we're gonna get to the topic that David Thanos so kindly sent along to me, and let me pull up the
Nice job, Thanos.
yes. All right, so David Thanos and I were chatting on the gram where the guy was telling me, "Hey, fatty, lose some weight." I was watching an interview of Don Johnson, one of the coolest guys ever back in the day, and it
Yes.
gave me an idea for a show topic. TV show iconic characters, of course, and I have taken that, co-opted it to say coolest because I feel like iconic, coolest, because I feel like we could do another one on funniest characters. So I wanted to go break it down a little bit further just to cool. And a lot of times, as I was going over shows that I really enjoyed watching, that wasn't always the lead character. In a lot of cases, it was not because the lead character had to be the straight man, Ted Mosley. I'm kind of thinking,
Mosby.
or huh?
Mosby.
Mosby. Yeah, sorry, I kind of blanked that show off in my head. Um, so those kind of characters, they have to be this character. So the funny, quirky character, the best friend, the cool character. Thinking of like she's out of your league. My guy is not the cool character. The cool one on that crew is Mike. He's just like, hey, he's just hanging out there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, that guy's kind of cute, but come on, show some
Like,
respect, man.
Mike's, hey,
Have some
Mike,
pride.
you're a 10. Okay, I agree with that.
Love that movie. So now Samuel Jackson, any movie, TV shows. We're
That's
keeping it
that.
to TV shows. I want to make it harder. Clutch the pearls. I'm spat at my Coke Zero just now. Always good to see the background is appropriate. We have Jay King with us tonight, so we're blue.
Yeah.
So with that said, I'll get us rolling. And I, of course, always try to use people for the thumbnails that I'm not going to go with. So I'm going to go with two, and then y'all can go from there.
Okay.
I will share one honorable mention first, and then one of my actual ones. Zach Morris from Saved by the Bell. Zach was 90s cool, and he was hanging out with all kinds of people. And he had the jock, he had the hottest girl in school, he had the hottest girl in school, and he had the nerdy girl in school, and he had a quirky friend hanging out with him. That was his crew. And Zach was he broke that fourth wall a lot, did a lot of Ferris Bueller interaction with us. So that was fun. And he absolutely was the fun guy on on the show. And Javon private messaged me to say that Zach Morris is trash, which I just think is hilarious. But he's
There was a
my
whole
honorable mention.
series.
Huh?
Jeff, really quick, there was a whole series on YouTube dedicated to why Zach Morris is trash. I don't know if you've seen it, but check it out. It is hilarious. 'Cause they painted Zach was the problem in everything. He was the problem.
He was, but he
Probably.
was. I mean, it was a show about teenagers, so
Yeah.
I always give dumb teenage shows a break, which is why I can't watch teenage shows now because I'm like, as an adult, that's really irresponsible of you. What a terrible friend! It's like, wait, clearly this is not for you anymore. So on my actual list, I am going to start off with a cheat. I'm going to put four people from my coolest character on TV. But once I explain it, you'll understand. My first one is Joel slash Mike and Tom Servo and Crow T Robot, aka those silhouettes in Mystery Science Theater. I mean, I love watching bad TV shows and bad movies, and watching a show where all they did was ridicule bad movies was absolutely like, oh yeah, this is my show. Loved it. And they just go for 2 hours making fun of bad movies, all about it. So, and because they weren't trying to be cool and they were just funny, they're on my list. So those are my first two. What do you? Oh, hold on now. Jalen goes, Zach was not nearly as cool as Dylan McKay. Probably the coolest white boy on 90s network TV. I felt like he's a little too obvious. And Dylan was really made to be the cool Fonz bad boy of 90210. And that's why I didn't go with him. I feel like Steve might have been the cooler one because he was the one that was going to be obnoxious, but get you in there, and he was going to be the one that was going to make you look cooler to the hot girl you were trying to talk to, just because you weren't as obnoxious as Steve. So he was a great wingman. Dylan was going to take every girl that you even looked at. Oh, hey, what's going on? Dylan, here's my number. And
Is that your girl? No, she's
right. Yeah. All right, so that's my first two.
Cool.
Jace, how about you?
Okay. So speaking of wingmans, I'm gonna go with one who used to be the coolest wingman in TV, and that is season 1 and 2, Barney Stinson. No other Stinsons in that 10 episode, whatever run it was. It was 1 and 2. He was actually a cool friend that would actually hype you up and actually was cool to be around. After season 2, he was a jackass. But yeah.
Was it season 2 when Brittany showed up?
It was season 3 when they decided, you know what? Oh, after we have Britney Spears, he's the main character. Like, again, as you said, the main character has to be this straight guy, a friend to all. And they just said, no, it's got to be Barney. He's the coolest one. It would be like putting my number 2 person and making him have a show. And that's Joey from Friends. You don't put that person is this seeking freaking star of the show. They have to be. That's the funny. Hey, you're cool. I'm cool for being around you, not them being the show.
You know, that makes me think. It was 6 of them. It was a pretty big ensemble, and they had some supporting characters. I wonder if I could go back in time and after they finished doing Friends for 10 seasons, what about a Joey spinoff? That could be pretty cool.
Stupid as hell idea.
Wait, that would be terrible. Who would ever think of that?
Hey, that's what we decided to call How I Met Your Mother season 4 through 9.
I mean, it had good moments, but Barney was very insufferable.
Yeah.
Mark A says for TV, Richard Dean Anderson, MacGyver. Yeah,
MacGyver.
It's pretty cool. Michael Solis says Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger. I'm about to. I got to see your Red Ranger, and I'm gonna beat him down. And then I'm gonna play my whistle sword. Yeah, it's cool.
Oh lordy!
And he had the cool quasi bad guy headband, so you weren't quite sure which way he went, and he beat the fool out of Red Rangers. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All
right, Jay King, who you got first and second?
First and second, Sonny Crockett and Rico Tubbs.
There you go.
There was nobody cooler in any period of TV time. You can keep your Fonz, you can keep everybody. I give you the moment. You knew these guys were cool from like that opening. This is not just nostalgic. Me, I can watch that first episode right now and feel the same, right? When they're riding, and I think the setup is, they're getting ready to get the Mendoza character, whoever, and Sonny's old partner's a crooked cop, and he goes to see him, and that's when the iconic scene where they're riding in the Spider, and In the Air Tonight is playing, and you look at those two, you look over at Rico, he loading the shotgun, and a song is playing where this is a song we're playing because we're gonna go do something we may not come back from. Like that's the vibe you get. Like we might not be coming back from this. Crockett goes and calls his ex-wife and asks, "Hey, was it real?" One of those man conversations. Like I know I'm the guy. I don't got to say much, and I'm gonna hang up the phone before you can even say bye. Just for the added, and throughout the first 2-3 seasons. Before that show got incredibly dated and full of itself and bloated and stupid, where every week there was a cameo from somebody, those first 2 seasons were gold, and these guys were like the standard of cool, not just TV cool. They had a nation and people all over the world trying to dress like them, wearing the linen and the wicker shoes, and everybody wanted a white Ferrari and Armani suits with a T-shirt. Like it was a thing. Like that was a cool show, and those guys were incredibly cool. They really
absolutely. I made one of my favorite video games too from it.
Vice City.
Vice City.
Absolutely. I mean, just from playing, it's like I'm in Miami Vice. But yeah, great choice. Rick Cage says Avery Brooks as Hawk and as Captain Ben Sisko. Great choice.
You took one of mine, man. Avery Brooks, man called Hawk.
Hey man, don't we want to have him as a background for Spencer for Hire? No, nobody's interested. Okay. How about his own show? There you go. That's
there you are. Eight
All
episodes.
Right. Let's see where I'm going to go next. I'm going to go for a very, very different duo here and complete opposite ends. Now, this one is one of the few to break my rule. Mayday Sam Malone. Cheers. He was so cool. I mean, he had so many wacky characters around him. He's an alcoholic working at a bar. That's how cool Sam was. And he would regale everybody the stories of his baseball prime. Any woman that came into the bar, he was like, gotcha. And I just love that show. It was one of my favorites. He was so good in that. And the whole Diane thing, and then Rebecca, it didn't matter. He was great. He was just so cool because everybody was like, say, Sammy. And Sam could be low, and everybody still thought Sam was cool. So, absolutely, one of the coolest characters to me. Next up, who's cool for a totally different way, is Uhtred from The Last Kingdom. The baddest fighter I've seen in any of these shows. He was just like, he just did his thing, had a sword, and he went for it. And he led people. He went along with stuff, even though he didn't like it. He had attitude, was a little surly sometimes, fell in love, got hurt. But I mean, he was just consistent force and kicking off every episode going, my name is Uhtred. I was like, yeah, man. By third season, I was all into it, huh?
Uhtred, son of Uhtred.
Yeah, man. My guy. So, yeah. Mayday Sam Malone and Uhtred, son of Uhtred. From The Last Kingdom. If you haven't watched that, I think it's still on Netflix. Yeah, it's a great show. Please give it a shot if you like a manly man. And I hope your son is a manly man. But it's great. Like, just cool combat characters you're going to get invested in. Good stuff.
Yeah, you might not remember any of them's name, but they're cool.
It doesn't matter. Bruce Willis is David Addison. Absolutely. Kept the light on for you. All right, bro. Shot. How about you?
All right, my next one is going to be Morgan Edge from Superman and Lois. That should have been that series. Lex Luthor. He was cool every time he was on screen. Presidents. I mean, he was watching out for his wife. I mean, he was going toe to toe with Superman. His acting's like, nah, I got this. I mean, presence awesome. Then on my other side of the spectrum versus hero versus villains, I'm gonna go Jack Bauer. That dude, man. If you got through one season and be like, that is the freaking coolest character ever, I'm impressed because that dude was awesome. I mean, and then even at the end of the season when it's everything's done, I was like, dang, this is what it was for. I mean, like, man, that was cool. So, and I'm back on 24 again probably after tomorrow. So I'm all in. I think
season 3 has my favorite Jack ending because it's like one where it's like, okay, it's all right. It's just like a lot happened here.
I mean, he's got. And the weird thing is they had some earlier walk-off ones, and it was just, oh, okay. It wasn't a cliffhanger. It wasn't. You didn't know what was going to happen. It was just, and those were those. Oh wow! I was like, this is your reward. Wow, great job.
Yeah, so. Thanks. All right, J. King, what you got next?
It was a toss-up for me because I love Dallas and I love J.R. Ewing. I think J.R. is the bastard of bastards, and he is cool. Like J.R. most people would not peg him as cool, but J.R. is pretty cool. But I had to think about it. Who was cooler than J.R. was, to me, Ray Krebs, because the only thing that J.R. lost points for was he would back down. J.R. got punched in his face by a lot. He got his comeuppance from that, getting decked a lot, and backing down from the fight. Between Ray and Bobby Ewing, Ray was always down for the scrump. He was 10 toes down for everything. And Ray had a cool, calm, and quiet nature about him, but don't get Ray wrong. And he was a stand-up guy all around. So Ray Krabs at 3. Number 4, man, Al Swearinger. Have you ever watched Deadwood, Ian McShane's character? Hey, that was that was Mr. White, folks. He was a pimp. He was a PI. He had a mouth like a sailor, drink you under the table, and he had women. Hey, he was a cool dude, man. He didn't take anybody's crap, man. He was a solid dude. So that's my 4.
All right, let's see. What else? Because I feel like I might have missed some on the chat. Let's see here. King of Later, when it comes to cool movies, the first person I thought was Reggie Hammons from 48 Hours, 1 and 2. All right, let's see. Venus Flytrap.
Yeah, definitely.
Put the full exclamation point. I'm like, hey. Let's see, where am I on my list? Okay, so let's go with these two. We mentioned him already. Daryl Dixon. Daryl was very cool in The Walking Dead. He had a little bit of that Barney thing where it was like, oh, he's too popular to get killed. And they did the thing, if Daryl dies, we riot, and it really felt like, okay, we can't kill him. But early, I'm trying to figure out at what point Daryl went from, man, this dude is super cool. He's kind of cantankerous, a little bit argumentative. He doesn't want to play nice with everybody else, but he's like, all right, well, I'm here with y'all. Y'all might have killed my brother off because he was being a jerk, but I'm going to roll with y'all. I really, really thought early Walking Dead Daryl was a great character when he was keeping his distance, but still part of the herd or pack. And maybe, I don't know at what point he became like a cool character and went to just being like a regular main character. But supporting character Daryl was awesome. Next up, John Locke from Lost. John was a great character. And as we learn about him, like, whoa, this is crazy. And until the end, I don't want to spoil this. Let's see. They did a great job with John Locke as a cool character on Lost. And he had cool characters who wanted to hang out with them because he was cool, a little edgy as well. And they did not make the mistake of making him like the leader of the group, and he had failings and he failed. So I really dug him. So that's one for me. Let's see here. Rick Cage says Matt Smith is the 11th Doctor and Sean Connery is Bond. TV. Michael Soul is the Mandalorian in the Book of Boba Fett. I have the Mandalorian down too. It's so sad. It's like, why is the Mandalorian episode here the best one in the Book of Boba Fett? All right, bro, Shot, how about you?
All right. Funny thing is, I'm actually stay in the Walking Dead universe. My first one is gonna be Michonne. Early Michonne, she had 2 walkers. She was bad. I mean, it was just, oh, what's your motives, man? She's just walking these 2 walkers back, not saying anything. And that her opening season was just so cool. I mean, you had that when she carries Andrea to the governor, and then that interaction. Oh, shoot. And then she stumbles into prison and just all the walkers around there, but she's just what? I'm like, all right. That's my girl. And I am so glad Jovon is here for my next selection. My next selection is Negan. Because when he first came on, he was a cool dude. I mean, original, not overexposed Negan. Javon's waiting to share me, my boy. He's like, wait, stop talking. I'm going to tell you new.
No, Negan was cool in the beginning. You are absolutely right.
Like, I mean, just the fear factor of Negan. And then when you actually saw Negan, it was, dude, you were that guy. And then
Negan did have a great build-up.
Yeah, and then he got to what was the Sanctuary?
Terminus?
No, God, not Terminus. What was their place called?
What are we talking about?
Alexandria.
No.
Alexandria?
No, what was Negan's base called?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
don't
well, I
remember.
mean, then we decided, oh, okay, but initial early the fear factor of Negan, the coolness, walking leather jacket, the baseball bat, yeah, that was cool, dude.
He was. All right, let's see here. If they killed Daryl Wright, that was all over social media. It's not necessarily my thought on it. It was Tyrese and Sasha. I see Tyrese was way better in the comic book. They made him lame in the show. Comic book Tyrese was the man. It was interesting because in the comic book, Carol is nothing. And Sasha, I love Sasha. She was awesome. She even had a great death. It was like, oh, I'm going to get mine when I get taken out. So I love them. Yeah, I shouldn't say this about Walking Dead. This isn't like some other shows where it's like, oh, look, we have some, but now we don't. But I like Sasha 1,000 times more than I like TV show version of Tyrese, who was also represented in Jace's list earlier as Morgan Edge.
Yeah.
The ghoul from Fallout.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamelin says, also, I'm with Jace. So he really is filling in for Chief today. Michonne is infinitely cooler than Daryl. And she was cool. She was. And she is so cool. She even got her own video game, which is fun. Rick Cage, Doctor Who is TV, okay? Yes. Captain Jack Harkness and Captain Malcolm Reynolds.
Very Harkness. Nice. That was a cool dude.
Yeah. All right, let's see. J. King, back to you.
Back to me. Coming in at my number 5, Claire Huxtable. Claire was cool. Claire was fine. Claire was intelligent. Everything
radio voice, Claire was fine.
Yeah, she was, man. Hey, Felicia Rashad as Claire Huxtable, she was cool. For so many reasons. And Jace, before I get into 6, you were right. Negan was cool. The end of the build-up. What killed Negan for me was when they just, I don't know what they turned him into. And he's the dialogue, like, she's got what was it he said? Beach ball size lady nuts, and I hope you got your shitting pants on. It's like, come on, stop. Write for him. Or better yet, don't even write. Let Jeffrey Dean wing it, man. Because I don't know what y'all are turning him
into. Yeah, they went over the top, and it was
they really did.
I mean, because it was Negan would have been cooler almost with a very much less is more.
Yes.
Just everybody, because they had a dude from like Grand Theft Auto 5, Trevor.
Oh man, yeah.
Dude, and Negan was that dude. Just like when you get through Trevor, you got to get through me.
And
Trevor
listen,
would have carried that thing. It would have been awesome.
He would have carried it. And listen, I don't got Jeffrey D beating my man. What's his name?
Rick?
No, not what's Trevor's the guy who plays Trevor. What is his name?
Stephen Ogg.
Stephen Ogg. I don't got him beating him in a fight at all. Ogg is yoked. Ogg is that wiry, strong, like construction site. This dude carries rebar all day. He will beat you up. Like he will put you in a hole you cannot escape from. That's what he looks like. Yeah. My next up. Oh yeah. Stringer Bell from The Wire. Everybody always says Omar, but man, they fumbled Stringer because Stringer could have made it out and made it big outside of the drugs. Man, he had the mind. He was cool, didn't say much, read the room. I mean, that's what the street guys that I know and know of, they did their homework with him. That was Stringer Bell.
Yeah, there were some folks that say Marlo. I'm like, I hated Marlo. Marlo sucked.
Marlo was a stitch, and he was a punk.
Like, ugh. Yeah. But
so,
good option.
So your Negan thing, I think the problem was Negan had maybe one of the best character introductions because for basically a whole season, it was Negan, and they built it up so much. And then when we finally got that moment where it's just the lights and these cars go around, oh, there are more cars, there are more lights. And when he starts whistling, like the whole introduction of Negan is so well done. And then he kills two beloved characters. It's not like, oh look, there's a red shirt here. Let me kill him. And oh, there's Susie, who's been in 2 episodes. It's really hard for him to stay 80 higher, and they couldn't figure out how to write him effectively. Again, if Angela Kang was there at that point, oh my gosh, he would have been so much better because she would have handled him properly. Like y'all said, way less is more. Let him sit back in his tower chilling, but they went a little bit too far and had Negan overload. But absolutely. And y'all are mentioning some cool women. I really struggled on this aspect because I felt like as I'm going over the shows that I like, they didn't really try to make women cool. Mm-hmm. And they were always the love interest. They were the stabilizing force, or, like, oh man, our hero dude is going through it. It's okay, honey. It's going to be like they were propping up the male or whatever, the dude. Or they're Super Alice, where they're so amazing and so impossibly tough that they have no flaws. So it's really hard for me trying to find that character. Maybe here's one, Chloe from 24, because Chloe was so antisocial and she wasn't perfect. So Chloe would be on my list because she was really great at one thing and awful at other things, especially interacting with people, which made her being a great computer geek whiz made sense because she could not cooperate with other people. My next one on my list is Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper from Game of Thrones. He was cool. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh man, this guy is so amazing. And his death rocked me. I was like, this show won't let a cool character stay around. But oh man, he was talking all this trash. He was like playing around with the mountain, like, oh, I got this dude. I was like, yeah, dude, get him. And that scene, that look on Tyrion's face was like, oh, I'm screwed. It was, oh man. So that he was so cool they couldn't keep him on there long. So absolutely one. Firefly, coolest woman in the room. The Hunter on Supernatural, played by DJ Qualls, is cool. Really? There's more reasons to watch this. Batfleck, yes, not a TV character. But yeah, I like Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. She was amazing in Suits too. Firefly.
Oh yeah. Gina Torres.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She was
yeah. She was really cool in Firefly.
I never got into Xena. It would be on every so often. I just never really got into it. Yeah, I could give it another shot. And see, I would have said Sky / Daisy from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but they really went, she's so amazing. She's great. But maybe I will say Melinda May, because she was cool. And
Melinda was very cool.
Yeah, she had flaws, but she could kick serious tail. Shaw on Person of Interest, cool, and she was a bad tail. Person of Interest.
Oh yeah, I remember she was good.
What's next for you, bro? Shot while I go look at Person of Interest.
That's the one with. All right.
Was that the main character, Person of Interest? No.
Person.
Was that Taraji?
James Carvalho and Michael from Lost.
Yeah.
Not Lost, but his first name's Lost. My next one is going to be Lucille Bluth from Arrested Development. If all the chaos is going around, she's got a martini in her head now, like, I don't care. Just find a way to make me some money. I don't care what y'all do. Just make sure mama's staying at home. I'm good.
Very good call.
My next one, how many more rounds we got?
Let's go one more.
Okay. All right. So since you just mentioned him, I'm gonna bring him back in. Tyrion Lannister, because when we first saw him, he was like, "Oh, he's the third brother." Okay, and then as this series progresses, he becomes so much cooler especially when he's actually running King's Landing. And then when he slaps Joffrey, man, talk about he got so much props for me after they just shut up, you little twerp. I'm like, that's my dude, because Joffrey needed that getting that slap. So yeah, he was definitely Tywin, definitely on my list.
Tywin or Tyrion?
Tyrone.
Tywin is the daddy.
Yeah, Tywin, he was a cool dude too, but
he
didn't make the list.
Was a slap? Yeah, the slap was after because they put him on trial for killing Joffrey, right? That was
no, it was before. He didn't get slapped. He slapped Joffrey before, and that's when Joffrey's like, "Nah, you're gonna die."
But he wasn't on trial for killing Joffrey. Anyway, but that scene was great. And yeah, he was awesome in that. Michael Solis, Cottonmouth, and Luke Cage series, literally, man. Gosh,
yeah,
man.
I mean, I like Bushmaster, but yeah, man, woo,
yeah,
losing Cottonmouth with a serious like, whoa, yeah.
No, okay, nah, but what's her name? What was his cousin's name? Connor, Councilwoman, huh?
Mariah.
Man, Mariah was a force, man.
She was, but there was something about Cottonmouth, man. He was just. I think it's because Mahershala, hadn't done that kind of role before, where he was just cool. He wasn't driving anybody around like, "Hey, here's my green book," and he got to just be the smooth dude running stuff. He did it so well. I was like, yeah,
oh
man,
yeah.
He's a great foil with Mike Coulter too.
They used to frame Mahershala in the. I mean, he just there was no way you couldn't be cool. If you were cool, it would just shine out of you. Because when Cottonmouth was just talking, man. I mean, Mahershala's voice just.
Oh man,
it was smooth.
That's a great call, Michael Solis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Since you said Chloe, I'm going to throw that one in. Throw one in for my dad, Abby from NCIS.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I gotta go look for that one. Go ahead,
Abby.
King. What's yours?
I'm struggling with this. Well, Avery Brooks, because I mentioned that he's one of on my list from A Man Called Hawkins, Spencer for Hire. And this is a toss-up. I want to say Lip Gallagher from Shameless, because Lip was cool. Smart, brooding guy, always, tough with shit. He was a good character. But my nostalgia has to go with Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe, because we all thought Snake Eyes was cool.
Oh man, I wish I could put G.I. Joe cartoon Snake Eyes on that list, but they massacred my boy. Oh man, like they refuse to treat him, give him respect. Like you would see little snippets of, that's the ninja from the comic book. But oh man, his role was basically, I gotta save Duke again. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man. But they had Quick Kick and Spirit looking cooler than Snake Eyes basically in every episode. He was just a mute guy who shot his laser rifle and had a wolf with him. The only time they really show cool Snake Eyes is in the introduction to G.I. Joe the movie, where he is literally hanging on top of a trouble bubble, flips the cobra out. There's no parachute. He's the only Joe that kills the cobra in the whole thing. And he's like, and then he picks up Alpine, like, yo, you need a ride? That was Ninja Snake Eyes. I was like, yes. Because at that point in the intro, I was like, man, it's just so much chaos going. But they're like, oh, this dude literally used the trouble bubble to flip the dude out of it. I was like, oh, there we go. Finally. But yeah, with you though. All right. Remember that shot? Man, now that was great cinematography. Like when he was talking about how they framed him, that's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, so good. Maybe it was my age or lack thereof. Oh, of course. What you talking about?
Oh.
Can we allow Sterling Duchess Archer now for his children?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
If somebody didn't mention it, I sure as hell was going to.
Hey, bro, Willis was cool because Willis had every gator, every members only, all the Nikes.
Hey, Mr. Drummond money paying off, brother.
Hey, that's that Drummond money.
Right. Good stuff. let's see. So let's see. Last round.
All right.
I am going to just go with two. I've got two that are not going to make the cut, but somebody also said Mandalorian, so I don't need to mention him or Andor. So my final two are John Constantine from Constantine. That dude was so cool.
You don't mean from the Replacements?
Oh gosh, no. In that show, I was like, man, he is so perfectly cast. He's not even having to work hard to pull off Constantine's coolness. And he's like a very great character. And so when the other characters were bouncing off him, he can still just be cool, do his thing. And I'm not normally a big, oh man, somebody was cool because they got cigarettes. He's one of the few where it's like he makes his cigarette smoking look cool because he's just doing his thing. It's like, oh man, Constantine is just truly cool in all of his episodes. Like they have to bring him over to the Arrowverse to bring a little bit of coolness there. But he was great in that series, and I thought they just nailed it with his casting and his performance. Cool. It a show about ghosts and goblins. My final one, Tori from Cobra Kai, because I was on Team Tori every time. Beat Samantha's tail down. So Tori, absolutely. And she was like, she would go for it. And she was just straight up a G. Like a word. I was like, yeah, man. She's a little pampered princess anyway. Take her down, Tori.
Samantha
there was absolutely no
have
chance you were going to root for Samantha.
Chance.
No way. Oh, man.
I mean, even at the end, you're like, nah, she's winning, right? Okay.
Yeah. Bro,
Samantha right? She's winning.
Wouldn't have stood a chance against that girl.
No, she had that whole I'm basically homeless fire going. And this is gonna get me out of the ghetto. The ghetto.
Yeah.
She was
she man. Lose yourself playing in her mind all the time.
Right.
Like every time these daggone the Russos keep screwing me over. Nah, I'm in it.
Oh man. Yeah, so that's mine. What you got, bro?
My last two, I'm gonna go easy. Dean Winchester from Supernatural, because can't go without mentioning a great show, Supernatural. And my last one is going to be Thomas Magnum PI. Tom Selleck is cool. Like just hanging out in Hawaii, chilling, doing the thing. Yeah.
No one has said the Fonz. I mean, shoot, Richard on Friends was cool too.
Yep.
No
all right,
kidding.
JK, who you got last?
Last but not least.
Good call.
Yeah. Later seasons, Theo, aside from the haircut. The haircut was trash, but Theo grew up some, and he got cool. He got a little cool on us. And that's in honor of Malcolm Jamal Warner, who was he was a cool cat in real life. Got a chance to meet that guy once. He was solid.
Nice.
And coming in last but not least, Cookie Lyons. Cookie was the coolest person on that whole show. If you ever watched a minute of Empire, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Thought those bogus says, that's
oh my
tough.
God.
All right, well, thank you for those suggestions, those nominations for cool characters. Now